श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। गुकारो अन्धकारो वैरुकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अन्धकारनिरोधित्वात् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। So we are in the introduction to the Upanishads and Shastra. What are Vedas? Why should one study Upanishad? What are the importance of human being? What are the goals of human being? We should know everything. Suppose if a person asks you, what are you studying? Why you should study Upanishad? Why Vedas are considered the most relevant scriptures in Bharat, India? All these questions should be answered properly. Then only the teaching and the studying will be fruitful. For me also, for you also. I prefer to teach the entire vision from the A to Z. Whether it takes time or not, it's not a problem. But the whole vision, one should get that. So we are looking into the importance of human being and the goals of human being, and also apart from these three goals, there is another goal which is being told only in the scriptures, what we call Vedas. Security, happiness, and also the rules, do's and don'ts. All these things we may get from our popular teachers. You should do that, you should not do that. One should be searching for a security in one's life through different things. One should be always happy. One should not radiate their worries and pain towards others. Always be happy. So, dharmam, artham, kamam. These three things, it's very easy if you are connected with a right person. The goal is very clear right from the childhood due to the natural instinct. And most of our dealings in the world are based upon the means of knowledge, which are five. I already mentioned you direct perception. When I say most of the dealings means the entire science, material science is centered on these five means of knowledge. The entire science, what we call technology, it can be astronomy, it can be our connected with our body, can be connected with the lands, it can be connected with the stars. Any science, if you take, entire science, what we receive in this modern world, different branches like biology, chemistry, physics, humanities, whatever it may be, they are all based upon these five means of knowledge. The first means of knowledge is direct perception. Direct perception is a crucial means of knowledge in science because data are important for an analysis. So data are collected by our direct perception. This is called pratyaksha pramanam. Pramanam means of knowledge. I want to understand you again and again. That's why I am repeating the same thing, because five means of knowledge are our center pillars in our daily life, apart from one. That is, we are going to introduce right now. So first means of knowledge is collecting data through your eyes, through your ears, through your nose, through your uh, tongue, or through your touching. So a direct perception is one of the most important means of knowledge. After that, anumanam, inference. Inference, we don't see directly, but we infer from the data which we have collected in our daily life. And the third is Anumanam is also used in our daily life. Correct? I already mentioned you a few examples, simple examples. Right now, I just want to take away the classes more forward. Okay. So, pratyaksham, anumanam. So, direct perception and inference. Then, through an analogy, you make a person understand by giving certain examples, that's called upamanam. So this is also a very important means of knowledge to make a person understand. Suppose a person didn't see Rishikesh or Himalayas, then we make them to understand the temperature in the Himalayas and Rishikesh will be very, very, very less. It will be it goes down in the night. Like when you are staying in some places which are higher altitude, like Kodaikanal or Uttaramandalam or Ooty or Kunur. Like that, in South India, there are few places where the temperature is more chilled. So we make them understand through their perception in their life, even though they didn't go to the place where we want to discuss with them. Thus, an analogy is being presented, and through that, we make them understand. Like a few fruits which are in the outside of our country, we make them understand. Suppose a person didn't see what is strawberry, but it's cashew fruit and cashew nut is very familiar here. So strawberry has a color of cashew fruit with very cherry red, like some cashew fruits are like that. So we tell them strawberry has a taste of gooseberry, avla. At the same time, the color will be almost the cashew fruit. So mixing together, and it will have a shape of uh, this type or this type. We make them understand. Okay. Thus, analogy is also important to make a person to understand. The whole science is centered on five means of knowledge, and our dealing is also centered on all these five means of knowledge. Pratyaksham, Anumanam, Upamanam, Arthapatti. Arthapatti means I postulate a fact from the observation of direct data, and I come to a conclusion through that. That's called Arthapatti. This is also something important. By assuming something from the data collected from the direct perception, thus we came to conclude the exact position of an incident or a thing. Arthapati. So this is called presumption. So these four are main way of means of knowledge in our daily life. And fifth is disappearance or absence of something is also a means of knowledge. Thus, science goes through these five means of knowledge to analyze the whole world. And one should remember that whole world is Abrahman, Anatma, or it is something mithya. These words are going to be explained afterwards. What is Anatman? What is Abrahman? What is mithya? Because the whole world is not connected towards our fourth goal. Any material happiness or any material thing or any temporary thing which make me more secure or happy is not connected at all in my daily, it's not connected at all in my real goal, human goal. It can give you certain amount of ego puffing or ego satisfaction. That's all. They are not really connected with our last human goal, which we are going to discuss. Before that, these five means of knowledge, in one single word, we present it pramanam. Panja pramanani. Five means of knowledge. Pramanam means a way of understanding something or way of grasping something. Praman. My eyes are the pramanam for the vision or for the person to see. It's the only instrument. Eyes are the only instrument. No other way of seeing a person right in front of me. That's why eyes are pramanam. To see somebody, eyes are very important. Similarly, all other things also become praman. If I define you in one single sentence, what is praman? There is a single sentence our sages have given this from their tradition. Anadhigata, abhadita, arthabodhagam, pramanam. Those who are interested, for them only, I go bit more deep. Those who are first time in listening the Vedanta classes, just enjoy the Sanskrit words and my explanations. And you can go again and again. Again, I will repeat the definition of pramanam, anadhigata, abhatita, arthabodhagam, pramanam. What are the meanings of these three words? Anadhigatam, unrevealed by the any other means of knowledge. A thing should get right in front of you, or a thing which is revealed by the pramanam should not be revealed by any other means. For example, what you see with your eyes should not be recognized by your ears. Then only it will become praman, unrevealed by any other way. Then only it will become means of knowledge. Abhaditam. It should not get contradicted by any other means of knowledge. For example, what you infer should not be contradicting when it comes to the direct perception. If you infer there is a rain, then once you come to the direct perception, it's not rain at all, somebody thrown some water through bucket, then this inference is not a pramanam at all. So, simply you understand, anything you discover should not be discovered by any other means. Then only it will become praman. Anadigatam, abhaditam, unrevealed or unestablished by any other means. Abhaditam, it should not be contradicting by through any other means. What you have established should stay without any kind of contradiction when we analyze through any other means of knowledge. That is called abhaditam. It is beyond the science, it is beyond the logic, but it should not be illogical. We are going to see more. For the time being, you understand. It should be beyond the scope of science. Paramarthananda says that. It should be beyond the scope of science, but it's not illogical also. It's not logical, but it's not illogical also. This is how the pramana will become more and more clear to us. So, anadigatam, abhaditam, arthabodhakam. There should be something which is connected with my life. It should bring something which is connected with my life. Then only it will become praman. For example, you see different ads in the TV. All the different ads for different things you see in the TV. The point is, what is connected with you, you choose in your life. Then the ad will become purposeful. There are other ads which are not connected with your life. You say it is not arthabodhagam. It's not purposeful for me. It's purposeful for others. But the pramana should be purposeful for everybody. Something which that reveal will be purposeful for the entire world or entire humanity. So, unrevealed, uncontradicted, something which is revealed will not be contradicted, will not be revealed by any other means, and it is purposeful for the entire humanity. Thus, it will become a means of knowledge. Keeping this definition, we have one more means of knowledge, what we call Vedas, because anything revealed by the Vedas are not being revealed by direct perception. For example, heaven. Vedas talks about heaven. Other neutralizing actions, prayashchitta karmani. Vedas talks about neutralizing actions. If we have done something wrong towards somebody, and we want to neutralize that evil result which is coming towards me because of this evil action, then I have some neutralizing actions prescribed by Vedas, which is not available in the entire science. So, Vedas are pramanam. It talks about different things of my life, which is not told by modern science or technology. Thus, Vedas are pramanam for me because it reveals certain unique things in my life, regarding my life or connected with my life. Then, the last class I mentioned you, why should I listen Vedas? From here onwards, we are moving forward. Up to that, I want to recover the entire thing, what we have to. Vedas don't talk anything opposite or contradictory towards me. Vedas are in tune with me. For example, there is a thought always in my life. I should be immortal. I should be eternal in this world. Nobody choose in their life to be a non-existing entity. Even if you ask a lamb or a chicken or a pig, do you want to be non-existent? Can I kill you? They will say, no, we don't want to be non-existent. If we can speak in their language and if we can understand them, they will say, I don't want to be non-existent. Entire world, if you ask this question, there will be one answer. I don't want to be a non-existing entity. I want to exist in this world. That's why we love the eternity. So we don't like aging. That's why in anti-aging medicines are there. We don't want to be our hair to get gray. That's why hair dyes are there. I don't want to get any wrinkles or pigments in my skin. That's why a big mafia, medicinal mafia, is taking care of this entire entire problem. They introduce certain things and they give some ads. So people used to buy that, all these things. Why? There is a universal thought in everybody's mind that I don't want to be a non-existing entity in this world. I want to be eternal. I don't want to be a temporary person. I don't want to get aged. I don't want to be sick and die from this world. This is called non this is called eternity or immortal. So immortality is a desirable thing for everybody. Everybody wants to become immortal. Veda talks about our real nature, which is immortal. No other science, no other scriptures talks about this immortality of a living being. By nature, we are immortal. So the connection is made. What I am searching, what I am seeking, and what the Vedas presents are getting together. The conditions are met. Now it goes together. Why should I listen Vedas? I gave you a simple answer. I want to be immortal in my entire life. I should not die. I should not give up this world. Yes, Veda talks about that you are immortal by nature. By nature. Then there is a contradiction. If you analyze the Vedas, Vedic sentences from the base of your daily experiences, it will be very much contradictory. That's why listening the teacher's words can only reveal the whole picture. So, Vedas are always in tune with my needs, with my imaginations. So, why should I deny Vedas? It talks about one's immortality. It talks about the nature of the human being, which is the substratum of the entire universe. Everybody want to become hero, and Veda talks about the hero of the entire universe, that you are the hero, you are that. Then why should I deny Vedas? But one who born in another religion, one who gone through certain studies and certain doctrines, they may not appreciate what Veda talks about. For them, our traditional teachers used to say, intellectual honesty is important before you deny certain things. At least you have to listen, or at least you have to study for a length of years, and you deny that. That's why India never denied any other religion. India never denied, our culture never allowed them to deny or reject any other religion. We didn't convert anybody to our religion because we accept as they are. Let they bloom where they are planted by the Creator and in their own way. This is the beauty of the Indian culture. Nowhere in the world Hindus never converted anybody to Hinduism because our traditional teachers used to say intellectual honesty before you say it is wrong, or if you want to deny somebody's thought or somebody's way of life, you have to study. When you come to study them, you will come to know that they are also partially correct in their way, what we are, in which we were, in which way we are going. So we need not to deny anything in the world. Even if we are born in another religion, even we need not to deny other religion. We need not to convert somebody. Intellectual honesty. Before deny or rejecting something, we should study the entire system or entire uh, way of that religion, then you deny seeing the fallacies or you can accept that. So intellectual honesty is important before asking this question, why should I study Vedas? And my class is for the people who are seekers. I am not giving a pet talk or a public talk in the street. So I can go deep regarding my subject. If I am giving mostly I don't go for a public talk. Of course, in certain temples, which I cannot avoid, I go and give some classes regarding my subject matter, what I have studied from my teachers. I don't talk about politics. I don't like to go for voting. I don't like to involve in anything. I believe the king's dynasty and the rule. I don't believe in democracy. because my tradition and my religious books talks about the king and their rule. So democracy is something last 500 or 400 years up to that, even less than that. King's rule means they have a big heart. They give anything. If you ask them, they will, they will do anything for you. But the people from the different part, they, they are cunning. They have hidden agenda, and they make others also blind, and they will become the political leaders, and others will put vote for them, and they get elected. So democracy have a lot of fallacies. Anyway, I respect what our country is doing. It's my vision. I keep away from. That's all. Fine. Give up that. So a lot of uh, people who are not eligible, who are inadequate, who are not fit, who are unqualified, get elected, and even they don't know what to speak and what they can do for the country. They just get elected and they will fulfill their hidden agendas like making money and cheating the whole society and people, encroaching the land and everything. We are seeing through newspapers. Fine, it's another way of. So Vedas talks about something which is into what I want. And if I listen properly what Vedas talks about, Vedas never put me down. Veda never talks about me as an inferior person. This individual is always total. This is the logo of Veda. This individual who is a listener, who is interested to listen the Vedas, is without any limitations. He is totally acceptable. Purnamada, Purnamida. There is no defect. Even though the body has a lot of issues and it's differ from one to one, Veda talks that the entire individual, the whole personality is totally acceptable. There is no issue for a person who comes to Vedas. Even though we have a lot of family problems, we have a lot of emotions like attachment towards different things. It can be for the family members. It can be for our beloved people. We have lot of pressures also. These are all connected with our body, mind, sense complex. But Vedas are going to reveal something unique, which is the base of this entire world, which we have to listen more and more. Just I am giving an introduction why I should listen Vedas, why I should not deny them. Thus, Vedas are pramanas, Vedas are means of knowledge for a seeker of security and happiness. When I say seeker means a person who want happiness and security in their entire life. Even Vedas talks about the eternal happiness, not the material happiness. Material happiness is temporal. Even Vedas talks about the total security. So its fundamental issues are being rectified, addressed by the Vedas. My fundamental issue is I should not vanish from the world. I should not get succumbed for my diseases. I want to be here permanently. So this has been addressed by the Vedas. Vedas talks about the reality that an individual is permanent in this world. Nityaha. You are always here. You never die. Na jayade mriyade. You will never have a birth. You will never have a death. From which standpoint we have to see? I already mentioned you, it will be very contradictory if you analyze this sentence from your daily experiences. Because daily experiences are, we have a death and birth and we are seeing around our society. We are going to see how, why, how, everything. So, Vedas are pramanas and Vedas talks about my 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 security and happiness, what I am seeking. So what Vedas want to give you really is the happiness which is not connected with a material thing. Nirvishaya Ananta Avaptihi is the result. Without anything connected, without earning anything connected, without having any contact with anything in the world, you are completely happy. Completely happy. For example, we are all subject to pain, at the same time to be pleasant. When something which is beloved is lost, we are in pain. When something which is pleasant is near to us, we are in happy, we are pleasant. The contact of the material thing, whether it can be an individual, whether it can be anything like a TV, some inert things, even a, a spicy cricket match is going on and the supply has gone. Most of the Indian people get worried. So anything which is connected externally can make me happy. This is called Vishayanandam. Vishayanandam is something born and something subject to death. Vishayanandam is subject to death and birth. When you start a good meal, you will have an happiness. Once you finish the meal, the happiness is less. Once you are again hungry, that's all. If you are connected with your lover, the happiness rises. When the lover goes, the happiness also goes. Everything. Suppose your son came from Australia and you are very happy. The level of amount of happiness is high now. My son came for me to see me. And after 20 days, he's again back. Then the level of happiness goes down. Oh, now I am feeling I'm alone. No. So external things are temporary in this world. Because they are temporary, their happiness also temporary. Even if you keep an external thing for a length of time, it get damaged after a period of time. then the happiness also gone along with that. Anything externally can only give a temporary happiness. Vedas talks about for a seeker that nirvishaya ananda avaptihi, establishing the eternal happiness without the contact or without having any external things in your life. Nirvishayam. Thus, my seeking comes to an end. Once I am in touch with the Vedanta or Vedas, my seeking will comes to an end because I am seeking for the eternal happiness and eternal security. That is been rewarded. It's not that it start off when you start studying Vedanta. Something starts means it will have to stop in once. There is an end for that. So Vedanta talks about eternal happiness means something already exists. Eternal means cannot start, correct? Think logically. So nirvishaya ananta avapti. A seeker is gone now. Siddha Purushaha, a person who came to know an accomplished fact that happiness is already existing, which is permanent. Thus, nirvishaya ananta avaptihi is the result. The second result is freedom from all kinds of bondages. Sarvatara samsara vimuktihi. Samsara muktihi. I am subject to diseases. I am subject to decay. I am subject to different types of unfavorable situations. I am connected with my wives and children. I am connected with certain things in the world. Everything is a bondage. And Vedas mention you that in the midst of all the contacts and connections, you are free. Ever free. Ever free. Ever free means already you are free. When you look upon the Vedas through the traditional teacher, you see that you just made a mistake that even though you are free ever, you just concluded that I am having different types of bondages. This is called samsara bandhana. A mistaken identity is being resolved. Fundamental issues are being addressed. These are the two important factors for which people are living. They are behind happiness. Veda talks about and happiness which is permanent is already existing. You are the Sukha Swarupa, Nitya Ananda. You have the intrinsic nature of permanent happiness. Another thing, you are ever free. Totally. In spite of all the limitations, what I am having, I am totally from all kinds of limitations. I am a boy, I am a girl, I am a man, I am a woman, I have a small face, I have a small eyes. My hairs are gray, I have a teeth which is always complaining. My heart is not so good, my kidney is not so functioning properly. I have a lot of limitations. In spite of all the limitations, you are ever free from all these issues. How I can understand? Logically, you have to say, because it's very deep in my life. Not only the thoughts regarding diseases, everything is very deep. The connection with the people in the world is very deep. My emotions are very deep. I can study for 50 years, 70 years, still the emotions will be very deep. My thriving in the world is very deep. My desires are very strong. When a person is completely free from all kinds of limitations, there will be no desires. If they come to know, desire is something meant for a person who always think I am limited. I don't have this. So I have to go through this type of experiences by earning this. Thus, a desire to enjoy this. When you are the embodiment of happiness, there will be no desires. When you come to know that you are the full, you are the total, there will be no desires. Thus, these two results are the reward of studying Vedas or Vedantas. Sarvatara samsara vimuktihi, freedom from the death and birth cycle. In other words, life of becoming is called samsara. Swami Dayanandaji Maharaj used to say, what is samsara? Samsaradi, the samsara, from one birth to another birth, going according to one's own impressions and one's own actions, what they have done in their life. Sarvatara samsara vimuktihi, free from all kinds of limitations, are called, is called, is also one result. Jivan muktaha, while living, is another important understanding. Not that after the death you will be freed from all the issues. While living, the teachings of Veda and Vedanta make you understand that you are ever free. That's called Jivan Muktaha. A person got freed while living. Second, in spite of all the things you don't have, you are completely happy. Nirvishaya Ananda Avapti. So, freedom from the death and birth cycle, freedom from all my body limitations. I am girl, I am boy, I am woman, I am this much height, I am this much tall, I am this much fat, I am, my issues are there regarding body. Everything will be running away after studying Vedas. Completely you are acceptable for you. It's a very big thing I told you in the previous class. Non-acceptance is the main cause for all my depressions. I cannot accept myself. I am being cheated. I am being looped. I didn't get the complete attention of my parents in the childhood. All these core issues are continuing. Who will look me? Now I am at the age of 70. Who is going to pay attention for me? Why people are so rude to me? Why people don't want me, even though I am attractive? I want to draw attention of people. Because of the core issue, they didn't get the proper attention from the parents in the right childhood. That's why they are craving this. There is a craze, there is a craving for getting attention from different people. Somehow, all these issues are there. These are all called bondages. These bondages will continue as long as when you up to the end, up to you reach a traditional teacher and start studying Vedantas. You accept yourself slowly because all these notions are connected with your body, mind, sense complex, which are not you at all. That we are going to see more in Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad and other Upanishads also. So self-acceptance is the one result, and the eternal happiness and eternal security is the another result. When the result are presented, a listener should have an enthusiasm to study what is told in the Vedas and Vedantas. I already mentioned you, Vedas are accepted as Pramana, means of knowledge, because it reveals a unique fact, unestablished thing by any other means of knowledge. Because it talks about something which is not available for direct perception, so that it is beyond the scope of all sciences. No science can talk about Atman, Brahman, because Nama Rupa Rahitaha, formless, nameless. Then another question will come. Are you bluffing? Something is there in the world without form. Are you bluffing? There are things. It's not visible for your eyes. Its presence are available like air, sky. The presence, even the diseases, you have to go through microscope. Then only you will come to know this bacteria and everything. There are things in the life which are not available for our flesh eyes. Similarly, there is a thing which doesn't have any form, but it exists. That is why if somebody asks you, are you here? Yes, I am. My existence is being marked by me. I am aware of my existence in spite of all these organs. I don't need to employ my organ to know my existence because it is self-evident, self-effulgence. Thus, my existence is being taught by Veda and Vedanta. Really, what is existing? This is the main topic. My existence in general way, I know that if somebody asks, I am here. And I conclude that what in my passport is my identity. I have a face, I have a body. Thus, experiencing different things in this world becomes an end after studying Veda and Vedanta. Because through every experiences, I am a seeker of happiness. When you reach in the embodiment of ultimate happiness, there will be no seeking. There will be no experience. Experiencer has gone. That's all. So, Veda talks about a unique fact and which becomes my real goal. So really, the goal is eternal security and eternal happiness and eternal freedom. Thus, this eternal freedom is the name of our goal, moksham. Moksha. eternal freedom. Eternal freedom is something defined as moksha. Moksha is daily we are seeking. In our daily life, I want to be free. I want to be free. 1 minute, I'll come. Somebody is coming. Just allow. So, moksha is we want to be free from different things in our daily life. That's all temporary solutions. Talkalika vimukti. But this Vedanta and Veda talks about permanent vimukti. Permanent vimukti means eternal freedom. Moksha. This is the final goal. Freedom from the bondages of death and birth cycle. Muchyade, while living, not after death, while living. And moksha, if you define, mohad kshayam, freedom from all kinds of desires. It's a very important step in my life because entire life I was desiring one after another. I want to go to New Zealand. I want to go to Switzerland. I want to experience what is falafel homos. I want to experience this guy. I want to experience this chapel. Entire life is packed with desires. Now, there is an individual who is free from the pressure of desires after studying Vedanta because he is sitting on the top of every desire. At once he fulfills everything after knowing he is not lacking anything. That's why moksha become the prime goal of a human being. No other purushartha human goal can reward like this. Freedom from all kinds of pressures while living. By knowing that I am full, purna. I don't lack anything. So, suppose if somebody asks you, what are the benefits of studying Veda and Vedanta? 2 points. Janana Marana Samsara Muktihi. Freedom from the bondage of death and birth circle. Along with all pressures and pains. Nirvishaya Ananda Avaptihi. I will come to know I am the embodiment of eternal happiness. I am the embodiment of eternal peace. I am the embodiment of eternal serenity. But these words seems to be exaggerating. I am already disturbed by a lot of things in my life, and you are saying that I am the embodiment of eternal serenity. It shows that we are deep rooted with our desires, and we are deep rooted with our fallacies. There is no mistakes in the creation. Creator is not a psycho. He created everything perfect. Pāṅtam va idagam sarvam. Taittiriya Upanishad says that everything is perfect here, in an order, in an arrangement. No issues. Only issues are here. We are being mistaken. We are being misguided. Antheneva niyamaha yada antaha. Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad says that a blind personality will lead all other blinds towards the wrong path. My father and mother didn't study about what is the reality. So they are not informed, so I didn't get the information from them. I just followed them. Now it's a time for correction, resetting the life. After studying, or at least take an initiative to recorrect the life. Thus, Vedas are there, teaching is there, a traditional teacher is there. Only I need a mind and some adequate things in my life, some preparatory moves. So, Vedas are pramanam because Vedas give my desirable things. And Vedas are divided into two portions. More and more we need to know what are Vedas, because these questions will be asked by people. What you are studying, at least you can get a simple idea regarding. Vedas are two portions. I'm not talking about two books. 4 Vedas are there, they are two portions. 4 fundamental scriptures, they are called Vedas, 4 Vedas. Rigvedam, Yajurvedam, Samavedam, Atharvavedam. Entire Vedas are divided into two portions. A ritualistic portion, knowledge portion. %85 of the entire Vedas are talking about different rituals. 15% of the Vedas are talking about some knowledge. You need not to do anything. You have to know a thing is there, an entity is there, and you have to know that entity. Nothing to do. But 85% of the entire Vedas are ritualistic portion. And this portion is called in Sanskrit Karma Kandam. Various types of rituals, various types of prayers, various types of meditations, various types of neutralizing actions, various types of rituals which can bring you desirable things. Everything all put together, 85%. In general, what is the message of Veda? If you ask, when a book is predominantly talking about which thing, that is the message of that book, correct? Suppose a book is talking about how to cook food, and only 5 pages last what are the clothes you have to wear while cooking food. You will not say it's a book regarding the clothes to wear while cooking the food. We won't say, correct. We talk that it's a it's a it's a book talking about how to cook food and how to make some dishes. The only 5 pages in the last portion, it talks about the clothes to be wear while cooking the food. Cover your head, put the gloves, put a proper apron, put shoes while cook. Everything, 5 pages. But the entire 95 pages are talking about the dishes and how to cook food. This, in general, we say that this book is talking about how to cook foods properly, dishes. This is a general rule, but it cannot be applied for the Vedas. Why? Vedas are talking about different rituals not to be done by everybody. Everybody have limitations by birth. Somebody doesn't have children after marriage. Somebody have a health issue by birth. Somebody is interested to go to heaven. Somebody is interested to get more cows in their life. Different desires for everybody. To accommodate the entire creation, different rituals and different things are being included in the ritualistic portion. An elephant, if you ask to an elephant, what is your desire? This is my desire. That desire is not meant for me. I have another desire. But Vedas want to fulfill every desire. Every individual should get fulfilled their desires. That is why Karma Kanta have lot of rituals. So this rule will not apply for Vedas. Vedas are not talking predominantly to do rituals. Vedas have a clear message. Vedas want everybody to be free from this death and birth cycle is the clear message. And rituals can be used as the instrument or a tool to get free from the entire samsara. How to connect this message, how the ritualistic portion and the portion of knowledge get connected, all these things, a brief explanation is needed, which we will be seeing in the next class. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayandam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Gobrahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Varshatu Parjanyaha Prithvi Sasya Shalini Deshoyam Choparahitaha Brahmana Santu Narbhayaha Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschat Dukkhapat Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om